parked at just by this little church here in Philadelphia. What does that say? It says 1938, this church. Tiny little church in the middle of the countryside in Philadelphia. This is the new 500X, so it's the one with the upside down forks and it's got dual front disc. Awesome. I like it. I haven't ridden the previous one, so I don't know how much better it is than the last one. Welcome to Philadelphia. It's a little town, I don't know, 10-15 minutes from home, but it's nice and quiet. It's about 8 o'clock on what day is it today? Thursday morning. And I've had a few people ask, can I just give a little rundown of all the little add-ons I've put onto my bike? So the first thing I've done is I've installed some bark busters. So nothing fancy, just the usual bark busters. Took 15-20 minutes to install. Nothing much. I'll put in some other little pictures so that you can see what it was like to install, but bog standard black bark busters. And I'm hoping that will save me having to spend too much money if I drop the bike and then I need some new levers. So the first one on my little list is some bark busters. Another little one that I've added, and I had it on my other bikes for years, and it saves my wrists big time, is one of these little throttle savers. And what it means is you don't have to squeeze and twist you don't have to squeeze the grip the whole time. So this little throttle saver, I can move it between this bike and the other bike if I want to. But flip for $100 or whatever it was, that was the best bit of money I've spent in a very long time. And this particular one must be, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old. It's got a little hole in there that I put in there to cable tie it to help it grip, because eventually it starts sliding, but for now it's perfect. It's perfect. So that's the second one. Another one that I've put on is 12 volts. So Honda comes out with one where, if you look in there, Honda comes with one that you can put there. But because this bike is still new into South Africa, there's not many spares here. So it's much easier for me. I just fitted one here. So I've got 2 USBs and I can use that to charge my phone or charge my booster pack or whatever the story is. Really, that was dead easy to install. The bike comes with 2 external 12-volt power supplies. I haven't even used any of them. There's one that's underneath this panel on the left, and then there is another one underneath the seat. So if you've got anything extra that you want to power from the bike, you can use that. But this 12-volt thing came with battery terminals, so the battery's under the seat, so I just added that to the battery. So it's live all the time, which is a good thing and a bad thing depending on what you want to do, but I remember that it's live all the time, so I just remember. So while I was fiddling around with that battery and I had the seat off to change with the battery, I also installed one of these battery charger units. Had them on all of my bikes, and because I go away for work and I'm away for a few weeks at a time, and then I can just plug it in and it's no problem. The other advantage of those, which is coming, you can run all of your external pumps, so your tire pressure pump and all of that, you can just plug into there and then you have access to power. So there's a whole load of benefits additional to having that as a charging unit. Okay, so that was battery charger and power supply. What else have I got on the little list? One thing, because I quite like making all these little films, I've got ram mounts all over the place. I still need a lot more because I quite like to be able to move it. So I've got these ram mount fittings. I've got some on this bar, it fits perfectly there. I've got some on the handlebars over here. I've got another one over there. And I also have a GoPro with the bendy, flexible one of those, and I can stick that anywhere. That's quite handy to move around. But I want to put some more of these mounts all over the place. I think the more that you've got, the more interesting the video can be. So I'll get some more of those, and particularly the ones that have got the screw-in um, clamp, the screw-in one, so I can move it around as I like. All right, then the next one is a tank bag. Because of having your cameras in and all of that stuff, having a tank bag on your bike is hell of a handy. Now I got this one. It's only a small one. I got this for my other bike, and I got it as a try and see to see if it works. And one thing that happened, which upset me a little bit, was it scratched the paint on the tank. So on this one, I'll just show you what I've done. I've just gone bananas with the sticky tape, really. So let me just show you what I've done. I've just got the tank under here is actually black. So all I've done is I've put sticky tape, electrical tape, everywhere where the tank bag rubs. Because what was happening is these pads were rubbing the paint on the previous bike. I didn't want to do that, so sticky tape everywhere. It can then doesn't need to rub. This is one of those magnetic ones, so it just plonks on there, but I don't have to worry about scratching the paint. And then I can unclip it here if I wanted to take the bag off. If I go somewhere, I can just take it off. But now I don't worry about the paint, and the bag stays there. So that's dead easy. So I think if you wanted a tank bag, that might be a nice way to save your paint. I'm sure you could get all sorts of other covers, but I had black sticky tape and I had 5 minutes spare to stick the tape, so I've got the tape on. So that was that one. Right, let's move on to the back end.